So what I'm going to be doing here is just a run-through of classic Doom on the Oculus Rift. That's what I've got on my head with my headphones on. I could play a bunch of newer games, but and I've played a ton of newer games. They look awesome. They feel awesome. It's like you're pretty much there. But one that I hold close to my heart is the original Doom series. And I'm not talking about Doom 3, which I have done on the Rift, but I'm talking about the classic Doom games that were available in the 90s by id Software. Several source ports, and those are next-gen source ports that kind of update the game so they can be run on Windows 32 and 64-bit environments with a bunch of graphics enhancements and new options and stuff. So it's as close to the original as you can get as far as VR goes with Doom. The original vanilla executable does not support VR and never will. So what I'm going to do is fire up the DOOMSDAY engine here. And let's see, we'll do Ultimate Doom, which is Doom 1 with a 4th episode. And I'll go ahead and start this up. And now I'm not 110% sure what you guys see. I'm thinking it's just you're seeing me. And sorry about that if the microphone was away. But you're probably seeing me and the split screen there. That's not how I see it. I actually see a single image in stereoscopic view with head tracking. So I can do new game, single player. And we'll do this. I've already set up quite a bit of this. So, it is very much... it was always kind of a... Doom was always a fascination of mine for whatever reason. I've put a lot of years into this game. I was obsessed with it as a kid. It's still my all-time favorite video game, no matter how many Last of Us or whatever comes out. And it's just really kind of breathtaking to me to sit here and it's literally like you're standing in this room. And keep in mind, this is the low-resolution development kit. This is just DK1, their standard resolution, and DK2 is yet to come out. That won't be out for a couple more months. I've already got it pre-ordered. I obviously am still using just a mouse and keyboard to look around, or gamepad. Things like the Omni, where you can walk in place, you can walk around the game environment and move and stuff like that. Those are not out yet. Those won't be out for a couple more months as well. Same with the prior VR motion control system. I hope there'll be some support for that. As you can see, I can tilt my head and whatnot. Things that you can't do is you cannot peek around corners. I can't lean in, and I can tilt my head and look around. But Development Kit 2 will support positional tracking. So that way I can actually peek around the corner, or lean in, or lean back, or do different things from different angles. But this, I can turn 360 degrees, look completely up and down, all around, and it really does. It feels like you've got a helmet on and you're actually in this room here. Video games feel completely different with this. It's just something you're not used to, because you're so used to running through them and they look flat on the screen. You know, there's some perception there. But what I feel here is the beginning of presence, like I'm actually in this room. Things are as tall as they would be, just as if you were in this room in real life. I don't think the depth, I can explain that in detail without you actually trying in the headset. But let me give this a run through here. And these characters are about as tall as I am. These bad guys here, they may be a little shorter, a little taller, but you can set all that, how tall you are in game and whatnot. What's funny is that really feels like I could just reach out and touch it right there. That's how crazy this is. And what's funny about Doom is, unlike today's games, Doom's characters were all made of two-dimensional sprites, just hand-drawn artwork stitched together in almost like a GIF motion, like a GIF image. So they're all like cardboard cutouts coming at me. Anything that's not like a wall environment is all a two-dimensional sprite. So as you can see, my brain's actually having a hard time processing this. It's like watching a cardboard cutout circulate around you. Now from a distance it looks fine. As soon as you get up close, they look very two-dimensional. There are new Doom models that have been developed by the community that you can use in these next-gen Doom engines, like DOOMSDAY or jdoom or Doom Legacy, and you can add 3D models, but I haven't done that just for the nostalgic value of it. It actually works out very well here. It's pretty awesome. As you can see, there's new light models and stuff like that, but let's see how fast. Oh man, this guy is about the same height as I am. Maybe he's a hair taller than me. But even on this development kit 1, this is still an amazing experience. Those fireballs, it's like they're really just flew right over you. Like you almost want to duck. And I do if I walk into a corridor or something like that. I've got auto sighting off, or so let me come down here. Oh yeah, this is just like I'm standing in a hallway, looking around, and I can eventually, with that positional tracking in DK2, I'll be able to lean in and look at that. There's no crouch. Well, there's a crouch, but I don't have it enabled through these new next-gen engines. There's a jump as well. There was never a jump in Doom before. You couldn't even look around. But that's all been added since. Oh, that's it's kind of a dream come true to be able to run around Doom. Just as it's unbelievable. And sure, I mean, you can tell the resolution is definitely playable. It actually looks pretty awesome here. Just because Doom was a low-resolution game to begin with, there isn't much to it. It doesn't look terrible by any means. It kind of just looks like maybe just standard definition, not HD or anything like that. But I really don't see too many jaggies. Because it's an LCD panel in here, you can see kind of like faint outlines of pixels if you get too close to something. It's not bad at all. It's almost unnoticeable. Of course, the development kit 2, that will be a HD 1080p screen and OLED, so you don't get contrast issues or backlight issues or LCD coloring issues. Like blacks will be solid black. Color quality will be far improved. There will be almost no pixelization. Your resolution is going to be much higher. And a wider field of view. I can actually change the field of view in game, but I'm not going to. Oh wow, this is like literally standing in a courtyard. And that building is as tall as you would think it would be. It's probably about as tall as the Myers building down on Eastgate, for you who know what I'm talking about. Sorry if I'm looking away from the camera. I actually can't see myself on the screen. So if I'm facing a wrong direction, I apologize. That's just awesome. This demon is a couple feet taller than I am. About a foot taller than I am. And those mountains out in the distance, they and I can just shoot by just looking. I know that's not how you shoot in real life, but it works for right now. Eventually, I hope to see where I can use the Omni to run around in the game using my actual body and legs and walk around. And Pro VR to get some actual, with the, there's a VR gun coming out, the Delta 6, so I can actually run, move, and shoot. And like I said, this is nothing fancy to show off, but it shows how well even the old games can work with this. But that's kind of an overview. Somehow I misaligned my tracking somehow. But that's an overview. So I think it's pretty awesome. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. and even works well with those old games. We'll catch up with you guys in a bit.